Moving on to word association. As a coach, you are a brand. And when someone hears your name, I want you to think about this. As you go about your business of being a coach, on the floor and off the floor, and the kind of integrity and you have and the way you go about your business, you are continually working on your brand. So word association is great. I love to do this. When you hear Gonzaga basketball, what do you think of? What comes to your mind when you hear AAU? John Wooden, the Miami Heat, March Madness. And it elicits sometimes emotions, colors, pictures, something very visual. And that's the idea. So when we mention your name, what do people think about? And you might say, well, I don't think about anything because I don't have a brand. That's great. That's why you're here. That's why you're learning, because developing a brand for you is going to be really important. There are always common errors that I love to point out because I've seen them all made, and I've made most of them myself. Probably the number one thing you're going to do as you start to think about building your brand, who are you as a coach, especially young coaches like I did, they think and they want to be great at everything. And it simply cannot be the case. So what I do in my mentoring is I try to move coaches towards their passion, towards an area or two that they either are already proficient or they want to become an expert at, yet being very well versed and skilled in all the other areas. And I'll give you an example. If you're into video editing and you are the guy in that program that has all the answers with video editing, can get all the edits done, just big time, you're an expert. But that doesn't mean that you're going to let skill development be an area that you don't develop, because you're going to need that as a coach. So you are building your expertise in an area or two. You are working really hard and learning at all the other areas. And if you do, and as you do that, if you're open-minded and willing to learn and really want to buckle down on being an expert, your brand will absolutely go through the roof. Now, you can do this because coaches every day are doing this. It's what I teach in my program. And I really challenge you to think about what your brand is right now and what you want your brand to be and work towards that. So these are just some thoughts when it comes to making common errors when you're building your brand.